Hello everyone, we're going to be working out how to solve ratio problems when we're given the difference in amounts. Solve the differences in amounts. So I've got a question here, a problem which is very similar to the problems you're going to solve in your questions. So it starts off with the question that Alex and Olivia share money in the ratio 3 to 5. Olivia receives £12 more than Alex. How much money do each of them get? So let's think about that. So Alex and Olivia share money in the ratio 3 to 5. So Alex gets 3 parts, Olivia gets 5 parts. It's 3 to 5 because we know Alex comes first, Olivia comes second. We also know that Olivia receives more, so you'd see that Olivia is the higher part, which is 5. We know the difference, so the difference in amounts is £12 because we know Olivia receives £12 more than Alex. How much money do each of them get? So we can now, I'm going to show you 3 methods to work this out. Each of them have their merits, and hopefully you'll be able to choose the most effective method for you by the end of this. So method 1 is we're just going to find equivalent ratios to 3 to 5 and find a ratio where the equivalent ratio where the difference between the two ratios is 12. So at the moment the difference is 2. So let's just keep finding equivalent ratios. So let's first multiply 3 and 5 by 2. So we can go to 6 and 6 to 10. That's our next first equivalent ratio. The difference here is 4, so no, that doesn't work. What about 3 times 3 and 5 times 3? So that'd be 9 and 15. So the difference here is 6. So again, that doesn't work. 3 times, we can do the 4 times table now. So 12 and 5 times 4 is 20. That's a difference of 8. That still doesn't work. What about the next one? So let's try 3 times 5, so 15, and 5 times 5, which is 25. That's a difference of 10. Still doesn't work. I think we're getting there though. So 3 times 6, that's 18, and 5 times 6 is 30. Difference here is 12. So we know our parts, so 18 to 30 is an equivalent ratio which has a difference of 12, so £12. So we can say that Olivia receives £12 more than Alex. So Olivia will receive £30 and Alex would receive £18. This is a good method, but it can take a long time, especially if the difference is really high. So this would be a good method if you're struggling a little bit, but I think we can make it quicker if possible. So for this next one, I'm going to use a bar model, which is similar to the bar model we use in algebra to represent this. So we know that Alex has 3 parts because it's the ratio 3 to 5. I'll draw 3 to 5 up here. So Alex has 3 parts here, and Olivia has 5 parts. That means that Olivia has 2 parts more than Alex. 2 parts more than Alex. And we know these 2 parts represent, because we know Olivia received £12 more than Alex, these 2 parts more than Alex represents £12. So if we know that 2 parts represent £12, we know that each part represents half of 12, which is £6. So we can label £6 in each of them, each of these parts, each of these bars. So we know Alex receives 3 lots of £6. So Alex equals 3 times 6, which is £18. And Olivia reads 5 times 6. Olivia receives 5 times 6, which is £30. So Alex receives £18 and Olivia receives £30. Again, this is a good method, but it potentially can start getting a bit complicated because drawing out diagrams for every single thing. So our third method is probably the quickest of the few, of the three methods, but obviously needs an understanding of the others to get it. Okay, so we're just going to think about this now. So 3, 2, 5. So just simply from our ratio, we should be able to think about what's the difference between the two parts. So, and we can say we take away the smaller ratio from the bigger part of the ratio. So 5 take away 3, which equals 2. So 2 parts, the difference is 2 parts. But the difference here equals the bigger part of the ratio, take away the smaller part of the ratio. So 5 take away 3, which is 2 parts. So let's think about this. So we know the difference is also equal to £12. So we can say 2 parts equals £12. So 1 part equals £12 divided by 2, which is £6. So we now know what one part represents. So we know 1 part represents £6. And we know that Alex gets 3 parts and Olivia gets 5 parts. So let's work out 3 parts. 3 parts equals 6 times 3, which is £18. So that's Alex's lot. And then we know Olivia gets 5 parts, because of the ratio here, 5, 3 to 5. So 5 parts is 6 multiplied by 5, which is £30. So choose your best method. If you understand, I'd say method 3, but if you don't, maybe try the other ones first. The visual one's really good. But they're basically these 2 methods are basically the same, but this one's got an added visual of a bar model. Good luck. If you have any questions, ask your teacher, but I'm sure you'll ace it.